Imagine that you dropped your 3-year-old off at preschool on your way to work this morning. Leaving him is always hard. He was upset, particularly upset this morning, and it was hard on you too, but the teacher reassured you that he would calm down after you had left. On your commute to work, you remind yourself of why you chose this program. Because it focuses on supporting kids' social and emotional skills, because the teachers are so warm and smiley and the classrooms are sunny and bright. But later that morning, when you're in an important meeting, your phone rings, and it's the preschool, and you need to come pick your child up immediately. He's still crying and is starting to upset the other children. When you arrive, the director hands you the contents of your child's cubby and says that you need to find another childcare program. They do not have the skills and resources and supports to meet your child's particular needs. Their program isn't a good fit for kids who don't know how to manage their behaviors and their feelings. Questions flood through your mind and you begin to panic. What did your child do? What is wrong with them? Is there something wrong with them? What am I going to do when I need to go to work tomorrow? How long is it going to take me to find more childcare? Scenarios like this play out for over 17,000 children and families in our country every year. Children are more likely to be expelled from preschool than at any other point in their educational journey. While some kids struggle with significant behavioral challenges, most children are being expelled and pushed out for developmentally typical behaviors, like crying too much, or biting, or having a hard time sitting still. Every school day, 250 children are suspended or expelled for not yet mastering the very skills that preschool and early childhood programs are supposed to be supporting. And these children are disproportionately boys, Black children, children with disabilities and developmental delays, and those who've experienced trauma and adversity. For nearly a decade, my research team here at UIC has been studying the crisis of preschool expulsion, including evaluating our state's efforts to enact the country's first and most progressive ban on the practice of expulsion. But kids continue to be pushed out. Through our research, we've come to view each child's expulsion as a sentinel event, indicative of failures in our nation's system of care. As Walter Gilliam said in his testimony to Congress over a decade ago, expulsion is not a child behavior, it is an adult decision. And unfortunately, our teachers are not well supported in making decisions about children's behavior. Early educators are so poorly paid that 50% of them qualify for public assistance. They are more stressed and depressed than teachers at any other age or grade, and they have limited access to training and support for their own or their children's behavioral and mental health. While many interventions focus on changing children's behavior, I advocate for a public health approach to expulsion prevention. We need multi-layered, well-resourced reforms and supports like these that will ensure that our children do not fall through the cracks of our systems of care. Whether you have a child or not, the future of our country is currently 4 years old. Their early learning experiences will shape the trajectory of their lives and our futures. Supporting them and their families is our collective responsibility.